Hi, I'm Marcia Hampton, Assistant City Manager with the City of Douglasville. Welcome to this edition of Legislative Post. Today, my special guest is Fred Perry, our Human Resources Director. Welcome, Fred.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, we're going to talk a little bit today about human resources and kind of what you do for the city and what that department does for the city. And I think today we want to focus on three things: recruitment,
Okay.
talk a little bit about our benefits package, and then talk a little bit about the expansion of the department, because I hear that you've brought another individual on, and I know it's a small department, but you guys do a lot for the city.
Absolutely.
So let's talk first about our benefits package here at the city, and how do you think that we compare metro-wide for a city our size?
Well, Marcia, thank you for having me on your show. I appreciate being here. And as far as our benefits package, I think we have a very robust benefits package. I think it stacks up against any local municipality that you can compare it with. Obviously, we have our health, we have our dental. We also have a very liberal leave package. We have other benefits as far as our retirement is concerned that is really beneficial in our recruitment efforts. So yeah, I think we have a very good benefits package, and I use that whenever I can to tout the city as far as our recruitment is concerned.
And when you're out recruiting, what do you think, if you had to name one benefit that we offer that would put us head and shoulders above some of our competitors, what do you think that is?
I would have to say I rely a lot on two things: our health package as well as our retirement. We have a pension plan as far as our retirement is concerned, and that is kind of a dinosaur. It is quite expensive, but the city provides it, covers the cost at 100% for its employees, and that's something that's really not seen anymore. Typically, you see the 457Bs, 401Ks, and things of that nature, but the pension plan is something that's disappearing. We still are lucky enough to have it. And we also have a very comprehensive health plan that I like to shop as well. As you know, healthcare in the United States is always something that's in the news. So we have a plan that covers a lot for our employees, very low deductibles, low copays, and a low monthly premium for our employees. So.
Well, that's great. And I know as an employee, I appreciate those benefits, and I think you do as well. When we go out to different places and speak to our counterparts, they have a different viewpoint when it comes to their health insurance. And speaking of which, we just wrapped up open enrollment. So kind of talk to the public and let them know how open enrollment works for us, and then how we kind of fare out when it comes to our health insurance benefits.
Well, open enrollment for the city of Douglasville, this is the time where we open for all of our health and our dental and vision, all of our benefits package. We open it up for our employees to look at what they have. They can make changes, they can drop, they can add dependents and things of that nature. So they use that time to get a better understanding of the benefits as well. We have benefit-related meetings where we have all of our providers to come in, talk to our employees about the benefits that they currently have. If there were any changes of any sort, they will go through that in detail so that the employee will understand what has changed and what they're in store for in the forthcoming year. So open enrollment is typically a real busy time for my department. We get a lot of calls. We get a lot of drop-in visits from our employees, and we like that. That's what we're here for. But it's typically a very hectic time for my department. So we just wrapped it up. It closed on Sunday. We had a couple of different ways, methods that our employees could enroll, and that helps us out as well. So we had our enrollers to come in. We had an online option for our employees, and they could also call in to our broker, Shaw Hankins. They could call into the offices of Shaw Hankins and enroll over the phone as well. So.
Well, that's good. And I know you guys are not only just busy with employees, but also retirees.
Absolutely.
Because that's a benefit that we offer that many companies don't any longer.
Absolutely. And that is one to your previous question about what do I tout about our benefits. retirement health insurance after you retire is another big recruitment and retention factor for the city of Douglasville. So to your point about retirees, yes, and the difference between retirees and active employees is retirees have a little bit more time on their hands, so they like to visit, they like to catch up and see, what's been going on with the city since they left. So yeah, they come around as well.
Well, I know a few years ago, and it's been talked about in the public and amongst our employees, we switched healthcare providers, and one of the things that I want the public to understand is, there may have been questions or concerns about our healthcare provider, but I think it really was based upon the fact that it's a different type of provider. So kind of explain to the public who may not necessarily be familiar with our current carrier, the difference between them and a traditional carrier.
Right. So we changed previously, we changed our healthcare provider in 2013, January 2013. And prior to that, I've been here 10 years and we've been with Blue Cross Blue Shield ever since then. And I understand that the city has been with Blue Cross Blue Shield for a number of years, well over 15, almost 20 years. And we changed to Kaiser Permanente January 1 of 2013. And to your point, that Kaiser is a different model of insurance. They have everything under one roof, Kaiser being the medical side, the Permanente being the administrative side. And so the medical side is covered as well as the administrative side. So if you have health insurance services provided, the insurance is covered there as well. So typically with a Blue Cross Blue Shield model, they are just an administrative wing of it. So they have contracts with community doctors and things of that nature. So typically if you have a problem with a doctor, you really, in a lot of cases, can't go to Blue Cross Blue Shield because they just process claims.
Right.
With Kaiser Permanente, you have all of that under one roof. And that was hard for our employees. I think it was a challenge for them to kind of grasp that model of insurance. This is our third year with Kaiser, and it's starting to sink in now how to use the plan, how to properly use the plan, where to go to access care, and where to go to ask questions, how to properly utilize the member services. As well as Kaiser has a very good online benefit for us, kp.org. You can do a lot of things online as well. So they're starting to understand it this third year. I think that a lot of the issues that we had in the previous years will disappear. And I look to that this third year is we're really going to turn the corner this year.
And I've noticed that Kaiser has made some investment as well in the Douglasville community to assist, and not only with our employees, but anyone in the community who is a Kaiser member. That when we first joined, the facility that's on Douglas Boulevard was a lot smaller, and now they've increased their services.
They've expanded it. They've added a couple of I want to say a few thousand square feet to expand the pharmacy, expand the waiting room, and it's going to help out with wait times as far as the pharmacy, as far as those who are waiting for care. So we're excited about that. We obviously would like for a larger facility, standalone hospital type facility to be here on the west side, but I understand that takes time.
Right.
And but for now, they are addressing all of the needs and the concerns that we've addressed with them. So we're happy with it right now. And like I said, this is our third year with Kaiser, and we're looking for some good things from them.
Well, speaking of expansion, you mentioned that you've been with us for about 10 years. So I know when you first started at the city, you were a standalone department.
Yes.
So kind of talk to us a little bit how not only you have grown, the city has grown, and what we do as far as human resources in our department and what we provide for our employees. And then talk a little bit about some of your staff members.
Right. Well, when I first got here, I did have the HR coordinator that was with me as well. And I've always had that one full-time position. Currently now we have a full-time and a part-time. Me being the director, we have a coordinator and a part-time HR assistant. And we provide all human resource related functions for the city of Douglasville. We enforce our personnel policy and procedure manual, which is one of the largest things that we do, the most important thing that we do, to make sure that our employees are treated fairly. Everybody's following rules and the guidelines that's spelled out by the city, the mayor, and the council, and so on and so forth. So We did expand. Well, we didn't actually expand. I just hired a new coordinator. Her name is Cynthia Son, a very, very bright young lady who comes to us from Smyrna, from the city of Smyrna. She spent roughly about 10 years with the city of Smyrna in their human resources and their finance department. She has obviously some experience in human resources and a background in payroll as well, which really is very helpful for us because we work hand in hand with our finance department, and we do a lot with payroll. So her understanding that she brings to the table, Smyrna is a somewhat of a larger city, so she's able to bring some ideas and some things that they used to do, well, they did there in Smyrna, bring them here, and we've in many cases we've implemented a few of them. So she's been helpful in that way, and just her to come in and be able to hit the ground running has been very helpful to me. So. We're lucky to have her.
And I know it's been great for the employees, and I noticed that via email, she's typically the one that's communicating with us about certain positions that are open with the city. And, and I know your department primarily focuses on the internal employees, but this is actually one of the ways that you reach out in the community with positions that are currently open with the city. So I know you and I talked a little bit briefly, and you said sometimes, we don't have any job openings, and now we have several.
Yeah, we have several, and so I think that's a testament to the city growing. And we've had a little bit of turnover, but some of those positions are new that we're filling we hadn't filled in a while. So typically we're constantly recruiting for police officers, and now we're recruiting for some administrative positions, a sales manager for our CVB, and some positions in our maintenance and sanitation department. So the city is growing, and we need to find good, competent, reliable, and dependable employees to grow with us.
So before we wrap up, if there are any citizens out there who are interested in applying for opportunities with the city, what's the process for them for doing that?
They can contact the City Hall, and they can speak with somebody in the Human Resources Department, either myself or Cynthia Son. They can go on our website, www.ci.douglasville.ga.us.
No, it's long.
It's a long one. They can go on the website, and they can see our openings there as well. So we do have a job line. We're in the process of revitalizing that job line, so that'll be up soon for our viewers to access to find out about vacancies there as well. So.
Well, that's great. Well, Fred, thank you for joining me today. I appreciate it. I always appreciate it that we got a chance to talk about something other than football.
Yeah.
Fred and I talk about football, whether our Mondays were good or bad.
That's right.
But thank you again for joining me on this edition of Legislative Post, and I will see you next time.